What would you do if the government collapsed? Would you be ready? How would you handle it? Government collapses are often preceded by various warning signs, and while each situation is unique, there are common patterns that frequently emerge before a government fails. Understanding these signs can help you prepare and protect yourself and your family. Here are 5 signs that are often observed before a government collapses and practical steps you can take to mitigate their effects. Number 1, economic instability and crisis. Sustained economic problems such as high inflation, unemployment, and debt can weaken a government's legitimacy. Sharp declines in living standards and increasing poverty are indicators of economic instability. So, as you know, anywhere that you look, whether it's the mainstream media or social media, you're seeing signs of people complaining about their living standard being dramatically reduced in the recent years. So America, you're in trouble. You definitely check off the first sign. Number 2, political corruption and loss of legitimacy. Widespread corruption and a lack of transparency lead to a loss of public trust. When leaders are perceived to be acting in their own interest rather than those of the public, the government's legitimacy is undermined. And you see this everywhere you look. A lot of people have lost faith in leadership. A lot of people never really had faith in leadership, but it's getting much worse. And so, unfortunately, America, you also check off the second characteristic of a collapse. Number 3, increased social unrest and public dissent. Large-scale protests, strikes, and civil disobedience indicate significant public dissatisfaction. If not addressed, these can escalate into widespread civil unrest. And as you've seen in recent weeks, there have been so many different protests on college campuses. People are just highly dissatisfied across the country for various reasons. And so with that, unfortunately, we also in America are experiencing the third one on the list. Number 4, internal power struggles and lack of effective leadership. Infighting within the government or between different branches of power can lead to governance paralysis. This lack of strong and effective leadership exacerbates instability. And of course, you can see it everywhere. I mean, this country is really experiencing a lot of changes, so many different areas of power. Number 5, external pressures and foreign interventions. International sanctions, military interventions, or significant changes in global economic conditions can strain already struggling governments. And so if you're not familiar with BRICS, I would definitely encourage you to take a look into it. It's something that I definitely want to know a little bit more about, so we'll probably do another video going into it more deeply. But the situation with BRICS, it certainly threatens the stability. Well, the dollar is already unstable. Okay, as you can see, the 5 signs, we check off all 5 with flying colors. Not a good thing, okay? But it's important to note not all situations of government stress lead to collapse. But I think that you would agree with me that it's quite frightening to see that everything that we're dealing with right now, we check off all the boxes. So as the average citizen, you're probably thinking, well, what can I do to prepare for a collapse? First thing to consider is financial prudence and savings, okay? Cutting back on your spending. If you're spending on unnecessary things, you want to cut back on that. Also getting rid of debt. If you have any debt, just get rid of it. It's getting really rough out here. Number 2, you want to invest in your education and skill development. Getting new skills, staying updated with relevant skills, or acquiring new in-demand skills can really make a huge difference. Take advantage of free or low-cost online courses to improve or learn new skills. Number 3, community engagement and support networks. Prioritize your health, stay informed, and my favorite here is disaster preparedness. Be prepared for natural disasters and other emergencies with a plan and necessary supplies. Balancing preparedness and living a fulfilling life is crucial. Many precautions are more about planning and staying informed and building community relationships rather than spending a lot of money. But by taking these practical steps, you can better navigate the uncertainties and protect yourself and your family from the potential impacts of government instability. Remember, no one is coming to save you, but you absolutely have the power to save yourself.